Alright guys, in today's video I'm just gonna show you that how we can create our web page builder. And in the previous video I just given you the brief introduction about that, how we can use that thing and how we can customize that thing. So today I'm gonna show you how you can build. So there are two ways that you can create the web page builder by your own. First is just like this that I'm doing right now. This is the first process that I'm going to do. Like you can create your HTML file and you can create a JS file, separate JS file, but I'm just gonna include the script file over here inside this index.html, or otherwise you can just create another, and also you can customize it into the node library. Like you can just first do npm grep.js. There are all the way are just defined over here. If you go into the docs and you read from start, then I'm going to show you how you can include this grep.js library into your repository. So I'm just not taking so much time, I'm just going to start and how you can build this. So just click on getting started and you can see it has given this is the step-by-step guide for anyone who want to create their own builder with grep.js. So if you are working with JavaScript, you just need to include this CDNs, or otherwise you can just do this. Inside of this lot of already configured, you just need to include this CDN into your file and include this tag into your head element like this. And after that, what it is saying, it is start from the canvas. So just read about this, what it is saying. It is saying the first step is to define the interface of our editor. So what we need to do, we need to include this HTML, see, inside of which your canvas gonna be included. So this is the GGS component that gonna be included into your HTML file, and it's very necessary. So just put it inside the body part, and after that you need to initialize the grep.js, because it is very important that you need to initialize it. So just copy it from here. Everything you just need to read about that and copy from there. Whenever you will start copying, just need to learn that thing, that how it is gonna be implemented into that. So just not into the style tag, it should be a script, and just copy it. And now we just need to include a style also. So if you just copy and paste into the inside tag, so we need to create a style tag. Okay, and just do Control Shift. So after that, let me make it live. Okay, it's also already running, so just stop that and run it again, and you will see our simple canvas have been created. And you can see there's a border which is coming just because of I haven't included the border 3px solid this, so that's why border is included. And you can see there's a component, or also you can copy it, you can edit each of the component like this, and a lot of things you can do. So there are also some kind of handling that you need to include into this builder that gonna make it easy to handle. So how we can do that, there are everything have been included. So what we need to do, we're gonna include some blocks over here like this. So first we need to include this HTML, because inside of that HTML blocks gonna be included. So let's do this. So inside the HTML, after this div, just spin the blocks and change the tab, and just copy this code, copy the whole code from here, Control C, and just paste it here like this. So if you see, we need to include some styling. So Control C and Control V. Okay, so if you are not able to understand right now, so don't worry about that. In the last of this video, I'm just gonna give you an overview of this, everything, like how I did this and which attribute and which key and values are, why it is included and why it is working. Because if you see, there's also the commented over here, like you can use HTML as we see inside this label. So why it is included, so everything is commented over here. Otherwise I'm gonna just show you around and tell you why it is included and how it is working. So something you need to know right now, because in the beginner phase you just need to understand this thing, how things are working. So you can see how some components have been included over here, like blocks. So you can include some more blocks over here, like right now what I did, I have included only 3 blocks. So if I copy it from here like this and just copy and paste it, and if I change the image, so we have ID, we have section, and if I make it column and just make the label also column and select true content type, inside the content you can include a column, like there's a section included, so you can just control C and just remove this type, and you can just change the part column over here like this, make it column like div and class equals to column, and also change this as a div, and this is gonna be included as this column. So if you will see, there's a column tag, column component has been appended. If you drag it over here, you can see this is a simple HTML title and it's just lorem text. So this is how it works. And also there are some more configuration that we can include. So let's just go underneath. So you can see, you can use we add our blocks via initial configuration, via there might be a case in which, so we added some blocks with the initial configuration. You can also add blocks like this, like you have already if you see, we have already made this grep.js initialization as a constant, like editor. So editor is a variable. Inside this editor you can include like editor.block manager or something, and inside that function you can create your block manager apart from this configuration. So right now we have added these blocks inside the configuration, but what you can do, you can just do right here editor dot block manager like this, and you can do that. So that's the thing have been initialized over here, like over here you can see. So I'll tell you about everything, how it works. Right now just need to understand the things. So when we make the plugins and all, then we need to do that editor.blockmanager.add, because we need to create some extra component into that. So you can see it has given an example over here, like you can give the ID over here and the tag name, which what is the tag name of your component, otherwise just put a div. You can also assign a class name over here like this. So there's not any given class name, so you can assign a class name as well. You can assign some attribute over here like key and values, and you can also assign the tag name. Everything is given over here just for the reference, and you can just change it as per your recommendation or as per your choice, so it doesn't matter. So this is a given example how we select the some inner component and replace the children with the new component. So everything is given over here. So what we need to focus, it is kind of little advanced thing that you need to understand, but I think just focus on basic thing if in a beginner phase. So just see. So you can see right now showing how we can show the panel and button on the top of that canvas. So what we need to do, you can see that we have already included the div id gjs and blocks id. So what we need to do, we just need to copy this, and we just, what we need to do right now, okay, so copy that and paste it at the top of the screen like this, and include this some styles also, control C and control V, and include this editor.panels and include this thing. Okay, Control C. This is the script of initializing the panel. What it is doing, it is first creating an interface of panels like editor.panel. So whatever you will include inside this editor.panel.add panel, this is a function of adding a panel. Also it's gonna have some more function inside this editor.panel. So this is editor.add panel, and inside of this panel you can see it is giving the reference as a ID to that panel, like panel top, and element is dot panel. Element means it is a class name of that panel and it is the ID of that panel. Or inside that panel, what we are using some buttons like this. We are adding some buttons like ID, active, class name, label, and design. Label means design of that button. And after that, what we are also doing, adding some command to those panels. So let me just I think I have I don't have included that. First I need to copy this, because whatever action we need to provide to that component, we need to write some command for that also. So just include that script over here, and I have included. Okay, it is included. And if we see, so yeah, you can see it is looking as it is, be expressing JSON. So just like this it is included. So what it is working, at this place you can see whatever your code is written inside this your grep.js component. So if you drag multiple components over here, images, and this is the image folder, that is, let me upload an image over here and let me show you. So if you click on that again, and if you can include this image over here like this, and if you want to see the HTML of this editor, you can see the HTML. Like this is the image binary file, so it is buffered, image has been buffered, and also you can see the HTML, you can see the styling of the body. Also we're gonna include the style manager at the right side of this canvas, so everything gonna come step by step. Also you can include the JSON, so you can just copy this JSON and you can post it out inside your API or something. And also you can add, we have added a component, so you can drag it out and everything is, so you can see border, like if you click on this B, it's gonna include the border, like highlight things. So you can see this is getting highlighted. If you remove this, everything is not highlighted. We need to include some styles for writing the CSS of this. So how we can do that? So just go step by step. So you can see edited on run expect template before. So this is showing that you can call some event listener like this. So these are the events that you can fire in what if you are doing something inside that editor, like if you want to fire an event on the drag of this component, so you can do editor.on and just write drag component. So there are a lot of events inside of this, so you can just check them out into the API reference, and inside this API reference you will get those events. I will tell you it to the last of the video. So right now what we are focusing on, layer manager. So you can also check this out, because this is, I think this is very important. So inside this layer manager, what we need to do, we just need to first we need to include this, Control C, and where we need to include this over here. So make sure should be GJS component should be inside of that. So first include this and just copy the GJS component, Control X, and just Control V over here. Okay, and what we need to do next, so what need to do next, so need to write the CSS. So right now I'm just showing you for a reference that how we can copy and paste the thing and we can build our page. So this is the step by step the process, but understanding is very important, that how you learn. So this is for reference only, and soon I'm gonna create a new web page builder for myself for self purpose. Then I'm gonna show you, and I'm gonna create this web page builder by using this like import grep.js from get.js and import. Then now what we need to do, we need to just include this layer manager, control C at the top of the where at the top of the panel. Okay, so just include the layer manager over there, and also we need to include this thing like id resizable. So just copy this panel part. Okay, control C, and at this place just paste it. Okay, like this. So there will be some error is coming, okay, just because of this comma. Okay, now it is working, and if you will see, you will get this kind of scenario on our page, and you can see, so it will showing that what are the element you have been included into the canvas. So right now you can see the body, and inside that body there's only one element, text. If I copy this element like the multiple time, you can see inside the layer manager it is showing that you have multiple text. You can hide it from here like this, you can display it from here just like this. So everything, and you can also drag it out over and over, everything you can handle. You can drag it at the top like this. And what we need to do next, we need to include the style manager. So you can see, once you have defined the structure of the template, next step 2, ability to style it. To meet this need, grep.js include a style manager module which is composed by css style property and sectors. So what you need to do, it is saying that you need to, for assigning the style manager, you need to add a sectors first. Inside those sectors you're gonna assign the styles like css, like your flex box, your font size, dimension, whatever you want to assign, you can assign to those sector. So first include these things, I hope. Yeah, first is panel switcher, like it's gonna switch the panels. Like right now you are on style manager, or just check this out where it is right now. So it is under of this panel, basic panels. Okay, and style container, control C, inside enter, just beneath of this layer container. Okay, there are some panels like panel top, editor row, and then panel right. So, and also include this css, control C and control V. Okay, and also what we need to include, you need to include this thing, like there are some lot of styles over here. So also you can do by doing this. What I'm gonna do, I have included some configuration into the panel, so I will just copy it from here. Okay, control C, and I'm gonna paste it inside this panel part. Where's that panel? So inside this array just include this. Okay, and also just copy this. Okay, so style manager from here, selector manager as well as style manager. So just after this, after the block manager, I'm going to assign the style manager. So code is getting lengthy, but don't worry about that, everything is commented over here. So you can see there are some sectors, like sector 1 has the dimensions, sector 2 have extra, and inside that extra it has been assigned the font size. Okay, there are some more like background color. Inside the extra you can see background color, box shadow, custom props, and inside that custom prop you have font size, and you can see into the style container, into the dimensions you will see width, min height, padding, and inside that also you can see the width part like into the px. So you can customize those styles like you want to use it inside the select box, or you wanna just spread it into the different columns, or I'll show you how. So just copy the command prompts here, how it's gonna work. Commands for the buttons like we included into the top. So Control C and just add those command over here at the end of this. Okay, so if you will see, I'm gonna show you some scenario like this, like a style. If you click on this, you can see the classes. So there's no any class, and you can include the class over here if there's class included. And if you just copy this column, and inside that column, if you want to see, there's, you can see the column is showing over here, but there's no any classes inside of this. So also you can see inside this column and section, you can see the section, but there's no any class. So you can also change the styling according to the state, like hover, inside the hover, on the hover state, what you want to add the styling, and also you can see the styling is getting loaded over here. So you can make it into the selectors as well, but it is the kind of right thing, like padding top, padding right, padding left, padding bottom. And inside the extra, you can see background color, box shadow, and custom label. Like custom label should be big, medium, teeny, whatever you want to do. Okay, you can also change the background color of that like this, so it is changing the style. And you can add some more styling. So like you can see that this is padding right now over here. If I include one more thing over here, like where it was the style manager, man, yeah, over here. If I just do this like margin, if I add margin, and if I reload this, and if I select this and click on style and dimension, so you can see margin top, margin right, margin bottom, margin left. And if I include one more style over here, just suggest me what it would be. So width, let me include the height as well. Height. Okay, let's check it out. If there's height, so margin, after margin you can see height auto, and you also into the px, percentage, and vh, you can edit the height. And let me include display all as well, display part. Okay, and if you see, there's also gonna include a display. So that's how you can include height and display. So you can see inline block, flex, and none. So this is, you can do, this is how you can do. Okay, so you can add everything inside of this. Also you can include the position as well. Position, am I correct? So yeah, the spelling is good. I make sure your spelling would be correct, because Grave.js works on the spelling. So you can see the position going to relative, absolute, fixed, everything is coming just like this. So everything is included into the Java Grave.js library. You just need to assign it into the props, build props, and it's going to include it into the sector, whatever the sector you have included. So this is how it works. And also what we're gonna do next, and what it is saying to us. So our layer manager has been included, style manager has been included. So we're gonna focus on traits. So what are the traits? The traits are that we're gonna include into the attributes of that HTML. Like Control C, let me show you. Just include this trait. So trait manager gonna be appended into this panel right as well. And what we need to write, so we need to assign a trait manager. So just copy this part and copy this part from there, trait manager. Okay, so copy this part into the panel, Control C, and just paste it into the panel. Okay, there it is. Just control V, control C, control C, control V, and it's gonna be included. So we need to include the trait manager config as well, because where it's gonna be included, the trait manager. So just control C, I need to assign it as well. So just copy it and just paste it over here. Okay, this is the trait manager, and just define some commands for that trait manager. Okay, so you can see, if we click on this, you can see there's some traits are coming. Like on the body part, if you include this body, there's not trait coming. Inside that body you can see the trait coming. Like trait is like what we assign into the HTML, like over here. Like these are the traits into the GrapeJS. Like you have assigned the class over here. Also you can assign ID. Okay, like title to this. Okay, so such kind of thing if you do, so these are the traits. So if you select on this element, if you put the ID over here, this ID gonna be included into this element. Or you can also add a title, like when you hover over this, and it's gonna be showing a kind of small badge or something with that name, whatever you, what will be you type into this. Like you have typed as title, and you can see the badge is coming over here, like a pop-up or something. So this is the called title. And if I include the ID, like if I'm typing a ID, and if you inspect this, inside the inspect, you can see the title is coming over here like this, and ID is coming over here like this. So this is called the traits. So that's the thing I work. And so if you see, for the responsive template, you need to include some more things like this. Okay, so just include this, and after that just include this. Copy and paste is a kind of easy thing, but make sure that you should have understanding about this, that whatever you are doing, because if you might get kind of error or something, so it's very important that need to be done and that need to be resolved. Okay, so it's very important that you should have write something, you should have understanding of this. So control C, and this part gonna be inside panel. So just copy it over here, copy, show styles. So okay, and if you will see this, so there are some responsiveness. So right now it is coming into the at the end of this, and it is coming in the middle of this, just because of why, because I include that HTML. You can see I include that HTML at the end of, so we can do this, and right now it's gonna come into the middle of that. So if you, okay, we forgot to write the command as well, so we need to write this command for make it responsive. So just include this script at the bottom of the script tag. Okay, now if you will see, if we change the viewport, we can change that. You can also include the tab view as well. And that's it from this video. So it was kind of little cool that I made a video on this web page builder. So some of you people was commenting in the last video how you did it, how you make it. So in this video I have shown you that how I made that. So this is kind of into the JS, but in the next video I will create a builder, then I'm gonna break that tutorial into some separate parts that is easy to understand. At those videos gonna be small part into the small part, like 8 minutes or 9 minutes video. So that was kind of easy to learn. So thank you so much. Thank you for watching this video, and make sure you subscribe the channel for learning more about this library.